Does God exist? The case of Allah existence. This is a Muslim website. It's called Yaqeen Institute. And if you click here, they are going to show you that Allah is exist. How? Allah said, in the name of Allah. Okay. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Knowledge of Allah. You see how the Muslims even they deceive you. We are not talking about if God is exist or not. We are asking if Allah is exist. Is Allah just a God, or this is the name of your God? So right away they start fabricating an answer and giving you a solution which doesn't fit with their religion. Because what do you mean God? We are talking about Allah. And then here it says, in the Islamic tradition, you notice here that Muslims don't have knowledge of their God except tradition. What does that mean? He said, she said, somebody said. The Muslim, they collect 300 years after Muhammad a collection of tradition. Many Muslims, they fight it, they ignore it, they spit at it, they laugh at it, and the second you show them something embarrassing, even the one who agree with it, the second you show him something embarrassing, he deny it. Why? Because the hadith, the tradition, is very, very embarrassing. So they think this group of people, poor people, they think by ignoring the hadith and throw it in the trash can, they can get away with the garbage of Muhammad. But the Quran is no better, because Quran itself is nothing but a book of tradition, a collection of many statements. Somebody said that Muhammad said and Allah said to him. And the Quran was not collected even in the time of Muhammad. And then we will find that the Shia Quran different from the Sunni Quran, and there is many Quran are different from the Quran they have. So the reason that appeal to the heart, well, I don't know if that can be a proof of anything, because heart, you can be a person, he can be in love with Satan, for he is satanic, like what make a human being appeal to his heart to dance for beheading a human being, unless he is Satan and he worships Satan? Why I want to dance after beheading a human being? You tell me. Why I want to dance after 9/11 when everybody in the building is a civilian? Because you are satanic. So when we think about appearing in the heart, what does that mean? Quran teach hate, terrorism, bloodshed, rape, beating women, everything, having sex with the children. Is that what appeal to the heart? Well, you have to have a heart of Satan. So until now, look what they are saying to us. Allah said, okay, prophet. Allah said in the Quran, prophet, like this. Which verse we are reading? Any Muslim can tell me which verse we are reading? Allah said, when your Lord took out of offspring from their lion. You see, this is not this is hadith. Do you see it says Allah said? So now we find that the Islamic resource does not exist even in the Quran. The hadith is Allah said too. The hadith is Quran too. And then those idiots who try to get away from the Quran or from the hadith embarrassment, they say we don't accept the hadith. Well, as you see, you have hadith which is coming from Allah. Hadith, for those who do not know, no screen in Discord. Well, you guys, maybe you should go better to Rumble or, but anyway, because this Discord will keep losing screen, so you need to remind me. So Allah said, okay, what Allah said, when your Lord, what happened to my voice? We just started. When your Lord took out the offspring from the lions of the children of Adam and made them bear witness about themselves, he said, am I not your Lord? You know, here the story, you see how Allah what said. I have different story for what Allah said about the children of Adam. As an example, Allah said, and here the Muslims are hiding the story from you. That when Allah He created Adam and He decided to create his offspring, He hit the shoulder of Adam, the right shoulder, and from that place he got the white offspring. This is the authentic story of Muhammad. Allah told him. Allah told him. When Allah created Adam, He created him and He struck his right shoulder and brought forth his offspring, white like small ants. So this is how white people came to existence. This is very scientific accurate, right? And then He struck the left shoulder and brought forth the offspring, black like charcoal, like black ants. And then He said to the party from the right shoulder, which means the white people, you go to paradise and I don't care. And then He said to the party from the left shoulder, which means the black, you go to hell and I don't care. And now we have a clear proof that Allah is God. Do you see it? It's obvious that Allah is a true God. Here we notice that Allah never thought of Adam testicles. Maybe Allah He thought about testicles of Adam as like bing bong balls, to play bing bong with them. They are decoration maybe, they are not used for sexual reasons. They are there just, I mean, the man without balls, that means he is not brave according to Allah, because this is what even in the West they say he have no balls, which means he's not brave, he have no balls. So look like Allah, He think that balls is for bravery, not for sex. So obviously Adam, when he have kids, he made them from his shoulders. He have two shoulders which resemble two balls. The right shoulder where the white people came, and because they are white, they will go to heaven, as you see. And then He struck, and here the struck of Allah resemble orgasm, like Allah He is doing, helping Adam to masturbate maybe. So He struck him with his left shoulder, and then the black people came, and then Allah, He said to them, you go to hell and I don't care. And here we need to focus a little bit about I don't care. What does that mean? Any Abdul can tell us what does that mean? Why Allah don't care about white people going to heaven and white people going to hell? Why He decided this way, and why He said at the end of the sentence, and I don't care. In Arabic He says wala ubali, which is more than I don't care. It's like somebody is not only careless, it's like when somebody is hippie, like a guy who give his wife to his friend, this is how much careless he is. Like he drink coffee in a living room and his friend is having sex with his wife in the same house, he don't care. This is how what I don't care mean. Any Muslim can tell us? Any Muhammadan? No? So here in the article, the Muslims are quoting for us the wrong story to prove Allah. And how a human being will witness to Allah if a human being die? To make it simple for you. When Allah, He spoke to the children of Adam, Allah, Muslims, can you tell me Allah was talking to who? Who? No answer. You don't know. It's just a plain stupid talk. And how a human being can witness to Allah if he never saw Allah? You see, in Christianity, we have in the Bible witnesses of God coming to earth. We have witnesses, like as an example, when we speak about the cross and the crucifixion, the Bible and the disciple of Jesus, we saw and we touched His wounds. Not only we saw it, after resurrection, thousands of people saw Jesus. All right. Is that the witnessing you are talking about? Show us the story. Where the story came from? Where we can find this story of Allah speaking to the children of Adam in the Quran. And he told them what you are saying. Because remember, if Allah said that, that is Quran. Why this is not in the Quran? Any Abdul? In the Bible, when God said, this is in the Bible. Anything else is not God said. I said, he said, she said. We can witness for those who say, but we cannot say God said. So, first of all, this is demolish the idea of Muslims having one preserved book. Not only we can prove the Quran to be never preserved, it's a joke when you say that. However, for me, I don't discuss too much the preserved Quran. I think I need a sweeter drink. Too much coffee. I will stop drinking coffee. I drank, I think, maybe 15 cup of coffee today. Enough. Okay, I will stop. I'm losing my voice already. So I know this is from the coffee. So, the Quran preservation, for me, is my favorite topic. Why? Because I love it when a Muslim he's saying and he is sure that the Quran is preserved. For that means stupidity is preserved. The Muslim then he cannot say, this is stupid scientific mistake, somebody added. Because remember, the Quran is preserved. So for me, it's for my benefit actually, to focus in the Quran preservation, not the Quran corruption. And I don't believe that you can corrupt the Quran, because you can't corrupt something that's already corrupt. I mean, from the beginning, the first letter of the book is a corruption. So what the point of approving corruption of a corrupt false prophet? However, the topic can lead us to such a topic if we have to. So, okay, do we bear witness to Allah? But the funny, if we go in the Quran, we will find that Muslims, they say that Allah himself, he bear witness to himself. And not only that, Allah, one of the names of Allah, by the way, is the believer. Allah is a believer. Okay. He believe in who? And then you will find that Allah, even he convert to Islam, which is very normal. I mean, everybody convert to Islam. You know? You will find Allah saying Shahada, you know. But then if you read the Arabic, you will die laughing. It says here in Arabic, شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم. I mean, he just said, Allah, he bear witness, there is no God but he and the angels and the scholars. I mean, look at the stupidity of the, if you read the English, by the way, the English is different. But even if you read it in English, this is a Itani. Let us see, Hilali Khan. Hilali from Pakistan. Allah bear witness. Look here, they added more lines in this. Do you see what happened? We just changed the translator. The verse get fatter. You know, too much pork. So Allah bears witness that La ilaha illallah huwa. Like, what the heck? Hold on. Here in Arabic, by the way, you will see the stupid language. Allah, he bear witness that there's no God but he. He who? If Allah is the one who is talking, and the Muslim, they claim that the Quran is perfectly made in a perfect Arabic language, how I say there's no Allah saying, okay, hold on. If Allah is even talking, why he is saying, Allah bear witness? Do you see the stupidity of the author of the Quran? It's obvious that the one who is, there's somebody saying, Allah bear witness. This is not Allah talking. This cannot be Allah talking, if Allah is exist. Otherwise, in the language, this is so stupid to say. And then Allah is talking, if Allah is talking, then he should say, well, there's no God but he. And he should not say, he bear witness. You bear witness always when you speak to a higher authority. Like I'm a judge, you are a witness. So you, the witness, is not higher than the judge. So the witness is witnessing for who? Allah witnessed to himself. That what? There's no God but He. He who? The Muslim, they say Allah. But shouldn't Allah says there's no God but I? By saying He, this is a broken Arabic stupid sentence. You just claim that there is other person, not you, who is God. And then you continue, and the angels and those who have knowledge. Look what the Muslim tried to fix it. They add between two brackets, also give with their witnesses. But this is what the verse saying. But hold on. In Arabic, it doesn't say anything of that. Because in order to make all of them doing the same thing, then we have to repeat the same word here, shahida, and those will become shahidu, which mean a group, not one. Shahida for only one person. Anyone who speak Arabic, you know. The second you add singular name after the word, it's for one person. When we speak about a group, we have to add certain letters in Arabic to make it a group. But however, Allah, He bear witness that He is God, He, not I, and the angels and those who have knowledge witness for Him. But what is knowledge in Islam? Those who have knowledge. If I show you, you will, you know, you will have a diarrhea of laughing. According to the Quran, having knowledge is being a believer only, not about knowing. The same chapter, actually. Look how big the translation and look how small the Arabic. Interesting. So according to the Quran, Allah, He sent the book, and this book, part of it is so messed up and unclear. And look what the Muslim tried to fix it. And others not entirely clear. Entirely clear? That's not what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying messed up. In fact, the same verse says clearly it's messed up. Why? Because nobody knows what they mean save Allah. Nobody knows what those Quran means save Allah. Read it. If we change the translator, oh, this is Hilary Khan, keep it here. we can check in other guy, his name is Arbery. It is He who sent down upon thee the book. Well, Allah is talking, saying it is He. He sent down. Again, broken Arabic language. Okay, wherein there are verses are clear. You know, Muslims, I challenge you to show me one verse in the Quran is clear. If you have verses in the Quran are clear, if the Quran is clear, why you need 1,000 million interpretation for a book? It's clear. It's a clear book. The second you speak to a Muslim, he will say to you, let us read the interpretation. Even though the Quran claims that Allah, He made the Quran so clear. And then every Muslim, he give you different interpretation because the Quran is so clear. Right? I mean, because it's so clear. All of those verses is speaking about the Arabic Quran so it can be clear. All right, you see, like as an example, chapter 41 verse number 44. If we made Barbaros, what Barbaros Quran? What is this? Yeah, I think he is saying the word ajam usually is used for the Persian. Quran, they would have said, why are it is signs not distinguished? I mean, this translation is making me dizzy. What Barbaros and Arabic? Say? Like, so now Allah is explaining why the Quran, all of it is in Arabic. Because if we make it in a Persian language or a foreign language, people, they will say, you know, why he is mixing it? And some, they will say, well, shouldn't he make it mixed? Say to the believers, it is guidance and healing, but those who believe not, and their ears is heaviness, and to them is a blindness. I think this guy is coming from the SS dictionary translation. Let us see. I mean, I don't know. This translation is making me really dizzy. Let us switch to Pakistan. Pakistan is fatter. So look clear here. Here the translation is getting better. If we had sent this Quran in a foreign language other than Arabic, they would have said, why are not the verses explained in details? Okay, in our languages or language, what? A book not in Arabic? The messenger is in Arab. Say it is for those who believe, a guide and healing, and for those who disbelieve, there is a defense in their ears. But look at the question and look at the answer. So the Quran saying that people, they might wonder why the Quran is not in a foreign language. The Quran making it clear. Well, we make it in Quran in a great details, explained details. It's explained. They wish it's explained. And they are asking for what? They are asking why it is just in Arabic, you know? Why it's not mixed, 2 languages, like 3 languages, 4 languages. But in fact, if you read the Quran, you will find that even the word Quran itself is not an Arabic word. The word bustan is not an Arabic word. The word qalam is not an Arabic word. The word tabut is not an Arabic word. The word lawh is not Arabic. I mean, the whole Quran is not Arabic language. Everything in the Quran is not Arabic language. Like even the name of Muhammad. Have you ever seen a video of Muslims saying to you, the word Muhammad appear in the Old Testament? What the Muslim did by that, they just prove that even that word is a theft and it's not an Arabic word. Because why the word there in the Hebrew if this is an Arabic word? Because simply it's not an Arabic word. The Quran is a mixed book with Persian, Greek, you know, Ethiopian words, Coptic words from Egypt, Greek, you know, you name it, everything. But here the Quran claim that Allah, He made the Quran clear. If we take this word here, and we search for this word, Read this one here with me. Chapter 6, verse number 55. Thus do we explain the ayat, the proofs and the evidence and the verses and the lessons and the sign and revelation. So Allah, He confirmed that He explained the ayat. How? Where? Muslims, if Allah explained the ayat, isn't it this is a contradiction? Isn't it this is Quran? Says that a great part of the Quran, nobody knows what they mean save Allah. In fact, the Quran itself, making it ambiguous, Mr. Ambiguous Allah. Some of the verses according to the Quran are clear and the others are ambiguous. Nice to meet you, ambiguous. Okay? And why the ambiguous Quran exists in the Quran? Because the ambiguous Quran is to mislead. Well, I thought the Quran is a book of guidance. It turned to be no. The same book is a book of misguidance. Is that true, Muslims? In fact, Muhammad, he made it clear that the Muslims will be misguided and go to hell because of the Quran. Am I lying, Muslims? Let me show you the reference. I think even this exists in Ibn Kathir interpretation, but let us show the hadith better than Ibn Kathir. Okay. Now the Muslim, they will say to you this hadith is da'if. And this is other issue in Islam. Islam is so preserved to the point it's full of da'if. Da'if mean not very sure that it's very authentic. Even the Muslim, they use it to tell you it is sick, because in Arabic da'if mean sick. So it's da'if, brother. But look here. We were with the Messenger of Allah and we were gathering, and they saw sadness in his face. He said, to Allah we go back.
We were with the messenger of God together, and I could see the sadness in his face. He said, to God we belong, and to him we shall return.
Okay.
We belong to God, and to him we belong.
All right. What's going on? Why Muhammad is sad? So a man, he said to Muhammad, what's wrong, Prophet? Why you are sad?
A man said, O messenger of God, what did our Lord say? He said, Gabriel, peace be upon him, came to me.
Okay. So Gabriel came to Muhammad, and Muhammad is sad. What is the bad news? Read carefully.
Gabriel, peace be upon him, came to me and said, your nation will be tried after you for a short period of time, not much. He said, I said, and where does that come from when I am leaving among them the book of God Almighty? He said, by the book of God, they go astray. And the beginning of that was before their relatives and princes.
The translation is not too much accurate. Like in the beginning, it says not tried. It says your people, your nation will go, they will be misled. Your nation, they will be misled, not tried. So Muhammad, he said, how they will be misled, and I am leaving behind me the book of Allah. Jibril answered back and says, by the book of Allah they will be misled. Do you see it? Jibril, he confirmed that all the Muslims, not some of the Muslims. Listen carefully. He did not say, according to Muhammad, Jibril did not say to him, some of the Muslims will be misled by the Quran. Jibril told Muhammad that all the Muslims will be misled by the Quran. Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Again, we are in Rumble. If you like to join us for free. So the Quran confirmed that this is a book of misguidance. A book will mislead people. It's not a book of guidance. But there is verses in the Quran says that this is a book of guidance. So if we try to understand it, maybe Muhammad, he meant that the Quran is a book of guidance until he go. The second he go, he's dead. The Quran, the same book, will be turned into a book of misguidance. Any Muslim have an objection? As you see, I have the proof in front of you. I'm not making things up. Are we? And the one who mentioned this is Umar ibn al-Khattab. And the hadith, according to the website, here is da'if.
Omar bin al-Khattab, updated, Al-Albani, source, graduation from the book of the Sunnah.
Any Abdul? So remember, we tried in the beginning try to find any proof that Allah is exist. And until now, what the Muslims they are saying to us a stupid story. Allah told them the children of Adam to witness for him. That's it. You prove it to me. If you go down a little bit, you will see again they are quoting a hadith saying Allah said, because obviously the Quran is not where Allah said, it is hadith too. Allah said to Muhammad, so as a man of a pure faith stand firm and true. I mean, you can read it. What does have to do with the proving that Allah exists? Any Muslim, what does have to do with the proof? I mean, until now you are giving me a lecture of stupidity. Pure man, not a pure man. What is the proof that Allah exists? Is the existence of the God is based and depend on the man? Because this is what you are saying to me. But that means if the man never created, Allah doesn't exist. Here, it's explained to you the stupidity of Islam. All people were born to be believers in God. Seriously. Is that true? Well, I forgot to tell you that the Muslim believe in destiny, not free will. You are born to be believer, which means when you are a child, in fact, you are a Muslim. According to Muhammad, and I am an ex-Muslim. Because when I was born, according to stupid Muhammad, I was a Muslim. And maybe this is true. Because when we are children's infant, we do poo-poo in our pen. This is how stupid we are. So obviously our beginning of life is a stupid action. And that is the clear evidence that we were Muslims in certain point of our lives. To the point we do not know the difference between poo-poo and food. If you put a poo-poo in the front of an infant, he will put it in his mouth. And this is a clear sign that you were a Muslim when you were a kid. So you are born as a Muslim according to Muslims. And then your parents will make you a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu, which is against what Muhammad said in the hadith. Because according to Muhammad, in the hadith, it is Allah who decide what you will be and what you will act, not your parents. But again, Muhammad is an idiot. He says something, he means the opposite, or he contradict himself. Here, Muhammad, he claimed that every child is born as a Muslim, i.e., he worship Allah alone. And his parents convert him to Judaism, Christianity, or whatever, religion. But the same Muhammad, he said, it is Allah who decide what you will be before you are created. Your parents have nothing to do with this. And that can be refuted easy by somebody he leave Islam and his parents are still Muslims. So is it your parents who make you believe or not? But here you will see the ignorant Muhammad claiming in all those hadith, all are authentic, that when you are a child, actually you are not even an infant, you are just an embryo. All right, Allah will send an angel inside your mother, and he will write 4 things for you. By the way, in Arabic it says Allah, he sent a spirit, not an angel, just to let you know. And if you read actually how Allah, he created the baby, you will know right away that Allah cannot be the God who created the baby, because according to the stupid Muhammad, the woman, when she have sex with the man, she is gathering semen in her womb for 40 days and 40 nights. So in order to make a baby, you need to keep going having sex with your wife, not non-stop, no, but for 40 days and 40 nights, which means like every night, you have sex. So the woman, she will be collecting your semen in her womb, for 40 days, as you see. But the Dr. Muhammad says that, who can beat Muhammad in science? Who can beat that? Nobody. This is absolutely scientifically proven to be true. And then it become a dead blood, not a clinging thing. Here translation is false. And then Allah, he sent an angel. Again, this is false translation. It doesn't say an angel. It says he sent the spirit who breathed life into it. So now you are a baby, but you don't have life. What do you mean? So now you are an embryo, but you are not alive? Later he breathed life to it? Weird and stupid. Because that means that this living thing, the embryo, is not alive until he breathed into it life. And this is just a stupid statement. Pure stupid statement. The semen is alive, is a living thing. The semen is a living thing. And as long as he is talking about semen here, there's no egg of the women, as you see. Only semen. It's the semen who will become an embryo. This is how stupid Muhammad again. So he claimed that the semen become an embryo. The semen is collected for 40 days, and then he become a dead blood for 40 days. And then he become a lump for 40 days. Total is 120 days. After 120 days, Allah, he sent the spirit, and the spirit breathed into this creature, which is not alive according to the Muhammad, and then it give us life. So 120 days pass, and that growing thing have no life in it. This is how stupid Muhammad is. I apologize for using the word stupid, because I think it's an insult to stupidity to call Muhammad stupid. So stupidity, accept my apology. I'm just trying to be nice, I'm calling him stupid, but that word doesn't fit. This is beyond stupidity. And then here the point we want to talk about, Allah, he command the spirit, not the angel, to record 4 things. Okay, what the 4 things will be recorded? It's provision. Okay. Everything he will do. Everything he will do, Allah, he decided. It's term of life. It is his conduct. If you will be happy or miserable, he write it for you. It's not your choice. So what do you mean his parents, they will make him later a disbeliever or a like everyone is born as a Muslim? I mean, do you see how stupid Muhammad is? A second ago he says everyone is born as a Muslim. Now he's saying to us, no. When you are in the womb of your mother, Allah, he decide for you what you will be. So how is born as a Muslim? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to jump to defend his prophet? Remember, the question is, what is the proof that Allah is God? And no Muslim can prove to us Allah is God. They will say to us, Prophet Muhammad said. I mean, who is Muhammad? It sounds like Allah cannot prove himself unless Muhammad said. But Muhammad himself, according to the Quran, is a sinner. Once Muhammad, he sent his wife to her father. He told her, your dad need you. The woman, she went there. She entered the house of her father. She asked him, you called for me? He said, no. Who told you that? She said, my husband, Mr. Muhammad. Police be upon him. He said, no, I did not. So she felt suspicious. She went home. She found Muhammad between the legs of his slave, which was a gift from Egypt. Remember, Muhammad is against slavery. He just effed them. That's all. And her feet around his neck. And then the wife, she said to him, in my bed, on my day, you scumbag. So Muhammad, to fix it, he swear by Allah, he will never do it again. But then Muhammad, he got horny, and this slave was a blonde. I mean, you know the thing, huh? An Arab blonde, they are obsessed with the blonde women. So how he can let it go? So Muhammad, he felt bad. How he made such a stupid promise he will never F this slave again. So he claimed that Allah told him this. Why? Why, Habibi Muhammad, why? Why, Habibi, huh? Why you forbid what Allah made lawful for you? And now, because Allah told him that the slave is lawful for him to F, and by the way, she is not, because we cannot find one verse in the Quran saying that a slave who is a gift, he can rape her. The Quran says a slave who is captured in war are lawful for Muhammad. Not a single verse saying that a slave who is a gift, because this woman, she was given to him as a gift, not as a spoil of war. So based on the Quran, not a single verse says she is lawful for him. But Muhammad, as an example, as always, anytime Aisha, she said, I see that your Lord, he hastened to your sexual desire, you're lost. She said that to him. Here we go. So Muhammad, now he want to F this, excuse my language, he want to F this slave, and he promised the wives he will not do it again. So he claimed that Allah is the one scoring him about his bad behavior. Why you promise not to F this slave ever again? And then the Muslim, in order to cover this story, They try to give it different stories. So you will find one interpretation saying that the prophet, he promised not to eat honey. Huh? Allah, he sent a verse to Muhammad from the 7 galaxies telling him you should eat honey. Huh? But we can expose them their lies easy. The verse after it explain what happened. The translation here, look at the translation. Muhammad, he took an oath. He broke the oath. What is the oath? And you know, if the Quran is so clear, what is the story? What happened here? Any Muslim can tell us? How we can find what's happening? Like suddenly Allah is saying to Muhammad, why you forbid what Allah made lawful for you for the sake to please your wives. The wife, he went home to her father home. She came back, she found Muhammad doing boom boom to his slave. Remember, we showed you a verse from the Quran saying that Allah made the Quran clear. The Quran is so clear according to Muhammad, to the point the Quran itself is a book of deception, as you see, and it will deceive Muslims. And we show you from the hadith and the Quran in front of you, chapter 3 verse number 7. Part of the Quran will be no one knows what it means save Allah, and that part will be used by those who they have sickness in their heart. The Muslims who have sickness in their heart. So did the book do the job, or what is the job of the book? And now if we try to find interpretation for this verse here, you will find every Abdul in the world trying to give you different interpretation for the story. Because remember, the Quran is so clear. So this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right. Here, this is the book of Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, sorry. It says this is about Muhammad sleeping with his slave Mary the Copt, and he forbid himself from effing her by taking an oath. And this is according to the wife Hafsa, the daughter of Umar, because he effed her in her bed in her day. You see this come back? He sent his wife out, tell her you have to go to your daddy, huh? She come back, she found the man in her so-called husband in the top of this woman.
Some of them said, this was Maria, his Coptic kingdom. He forbade her to himself by swearing that he would not approach her, seeking the approval of Hafsa bint Omar, his wife, because she was jealous that the Messenger of God, may God bless him and grant him peace, was alone with her on that day and in her room.
Here the translation is wrong. It translates the word mamlukatahu as a kingdom. Mamluka is a slave, you know, owned. So Muhammad, he took an oath that after his wife, she got him busted having sex with his Coptic slave, which is a gift given to him. Imagine Muhammad is against slavery. He opened the door, he found the box. He opened the box, he found the women, her cousins, other girls. He accepted the gift. Muhammad is not really is not into slavery. He liked to free Palestine, you know, and he voted for Kamala Harris. He's very, very democratic, you know. He want to abolish the slavery. Yeah, actually, this will remind me of Muhammad and the Democrat. The Democratic Party is the one who fought against the Republican to keep slavery. It's true. Go and read history. Muhammad, today, according to Muslims, they claim that Muhammad, he encouraged to free slaves. When the fact Muhammad, he called the black people names, he put them down, he called them Satan, they will go to hell, and he owned slaves. And he owned slaves, not only black, by the way, as you see, this woman is a blonde. She was his favorite. But the black slaves usually are not for boom boom. It's just for cooking, and you know. The boom boom one is the one is blonde, because Muhammad always favored the white. The white will be on his, in his bedroom. The black will be in the kitchen, brother. You know. So, and then you will find other Abdul trying to give another interpretation, says, oh no, this is about eating honey. Here is the hadith, the one I mentioned to you, that Hafsa, she said to him, in my bed, in my house, in my bed. Now for sure she made big drama, but they don't tell the rest of the story.
He said, she said, yes, the messenger of God is in my house and on my bed.
So she found him. Translation is very funny. His wife Hafsa, she found Muhammad in the top of his slave doing boom boom, and she said to him, in my bed, in my house, you idiot, scumbag. So she opened her horn on him. Drama. So Muhammad now, he said, okay, I swear by Allah, I will never F her again. But Muhammad, as usual, he used Allah to serve his testicles. As soon he got horny again, and you know, those wives he have, none of them is good looking, you know, based in his mood. You know, Muhammad, he like only two women really, they are favorite to F is Aisha, because she is so young, and she was blonde too, according to Muslims. That's why Muhammad, he called her Al-Humayra, which means redhead. Now, it have different meaning too, which means donkey, but there is no way he was calling her donkey. So he called her Humayra because she is a redhead, and this woman, she is blonde. So those are his two favorite to do boom boom to them. That's why this slave, he have a specific house for her. He even gave her slaves to serve her. She washed nothing, she cooked nothing. She's just there for sex. This is the only job she do. She's not like other slaves. Do we have any Muslim would like to volunteer to tell us what is the proof that Allah is God? Until now we see nothing except a horny man fabricating horny verses, breaking oath again. You know, shouldn't God punish Muhammad for taking false oath? Or shouldn't God encourage Muhammad to keep his oath? I mean, the guy, he just took an oath and he broke it. And Allah is encouraging him to break his oath. In fact, Allah, it says here that Allah, he told you to break your oath. Do you see it? Allah told him to break the oath. There's a story about a Jew in the Old Testament, about a guy. He took an oath that if we become victorious, if this has happened, I will slaughter the first thing I see in my way. But he was, you know, he thought of seeing a cow, a goat, you know. What happened, he saw his daughter. That was the first thing he did. See. So this Jewish man, even though now he is going to kill his daughter, he have to keep his oath. And here you see the difference between a believer and a believer. Now, you might agree, disagree about what the man did, but this is what he did. But here you see a believer who is taking his word seriously, extremely seriously, and a man who is using God as a sex toy. So he take an oath when he want, he demolished the oath when he want, he forbid himself when he want, he allowed himself when he want, he fabricate as he wish. For God is nothing but a toy. And then if we go back to the website here, trying to find until now an answer, where is Allah is God? Look, Allah said, this is the proof that Allah is exist. Allah said to Muhammad, he heard Allah not. Muhammad never heard Allah, according to Muslims. He never spoke to Allah. He never heard the fart of Allah. Who is the one who spoke to Muhammad? The Muslim, they say Allah, he sent an angel, his name is Jibreel. Even the name, as I said, the Muslim, they say the Quran is in Arabic. But Gabriel is a name of an angel in the Bible. And here you ask yourself, why the gods, angels' names, none of them is in Arabic? Are you with me? Any Muslim can answer this question? Why your God, Muslims, all his angels' names are not an Arabic names? What, Allah at that time he didn't know Arabic? Why his name is Gabriel? The other one is Mikael. The other one is Israel. In fact, the names of those angels proving that Muhammad is a fraud again. Why? Because Gabriel, Allah have 99 names. None of them is El. So Gabriel cannot belong to Allah. Israel, like, you know, if you ask any Muslim what Israel mean, they don't know. They don't know, because it's a theft. Muhammad himself, he do not know. If you remember, once Ahmad Didat was having a debate, and you know, at that time those Christians who debating at Didat, they know nothing about Islam. So he was making fun of the story in the Old Testament about Israel. God called him Israel. Why? Because he wrestled with God. That's what the word means, Israel. So Ahmad Didat, the donkey, he was making fun of the word and making fun of the story. But by having the name in your book, you adopted the story. And the Quran cannot explain to us who is Israel. Like now, if I ask any Abdul, who is Israel? They can't answer. The only way to know who's Israel is to go to the Bible. How God, he changed the name to Israel. I'm not going to mention the name. Any Muslim can tell me where we can find the name of Israel explained in the Quran. Who is Israel? Shouldn't the author of the Quran tell you first who is Israel? Suddenly it says, oh, children of Israel. Okay, shouldn't you, I mean, imagine you are writing a book, and then suddenly a strange name appear, and this name is not even your language, which means you can't even understand what the meaning. It's just a foreign word. Shouldn't you, as an author, tell us how Jacob became Israel? What happened? Like he fell from the roof? Suddenly he decide to change his name. What happened? Nowhere it says. For the Quran is a book of stupidity. And the funny is, you will find that the God of Islam is asking the Jews to keep their promises and their oath. But he's asking Muhammad, when it's come to if women, to break his oath. Huh? Isn't it weird, Muslims? Why Allah is asking the Jews, and by the way, any Muslim can tell me even what is the covenant of the Jews to Allah? Shouldn't Allah explain to us what is that? What is that? And then the story get more stupid. We hear every day the Muslims saying your Bible is corrupt, but the verse says here, the verse after it, believe in what I have sent down, confirming that which with you. Now, the Quran confirmed the Torah. Do we have any Abdul? If there's a porn movie or something in the internet going on, where's the Abdul? What is today? Hey Abdul, where are you? Hmm? I heard a Muslim say 7 heavens are another universe. Ah, okay. Well, I don't know who is the Muslim who says that to you, but he is a certified donkey. Because simply, the Quran confirm that there is only 7 heavens, and Muhammad, he described the distance between them already. So whoever this person who whatever he said to you is an idiot. He do not know his religion. Isn't it the Quran says Allah come down every 3rd part of the night to the lowest heaven and ask who is praying for me? Isn't it the Quran says that Allah, he put in the lowest heaven the lamps? In fact, the Muslims, when they wanted to make a miracle, they claim that when the Quran speak about the 7 heavens, that speak about the 7 layers of the atmosphere. Abdul, you know, Abdul. And not to mention the Quran speak of something very scientific, very powerful actually, that according to Muhammad, the meteor we see in the sky at night falling down, those are stars. And Allah, he used those stars to shoot shaitan. My room is dark. I'm typing. All right. According to the Quran, and this is additional proof that Allah exists, we adorned the lower heaven with lamps. So what different universe? What those lamps do? And made them what things? What made them things to stone? I don't know what this guy he used to translate the Quran. Who is this donkey translator? What the heck? What things? We made them rujum. We made them missiles. So we adorned the heaven, the nearest heaven, not only the heaven, the nearest. The stars exist only in the nearest to the earth. with lamps, and we made those lamps as missiles to shoot the shaitan if he tried to go out of the zone of the earth. And this is for sure very scientific. The funny is, Muhammad, he claimed that shaitan, he sleep in your nose, piss in your ears, which means it's so small. And then Allah, in order to drive the shaitan away, he need to use a star. Star War. Any Abdul? Do we have any Abdul from the Star War movie? So the meteor we see in the sky because Allah driving shaitan away. And what shaitan trying to do? Where is going? According to the smart Muhammad and his God is talking actually, not Muhammad supposedly. Shaitan, he trying to spy at Allah. Yes, brother. Allah, he said, and we made the sky, we adorned the sky with the stars. Now we showed you the other verse saying it's the lowest heaven. All right. Now, and we protected the sky, not the earth. Remember, a Muslim cannot say atmosphere because the sky is protected from the people of the earth, not the opposite. How Allah protected the sky? And we guarded the near heaven. The near heaven is protected, not the earth, from every outcast shaitan. Why? What happened? How? Except the devil who gained hearing by stealing. He pursued by a clear flaming fire. Allahu Akbar. There is an IDF coming close to heaven of Allah to spy at Allah. Please shoot. Takbir. Like we saw Hezbollah, they go in the street celebrating. Abdul, you celebrate what, you idiot? I mean, they killed your biggest potatoes. More than 10, we don't know exact numbers. More than 10,000 lost their arms. More than 17 soldiers killed. Your cities and towns are burned. And you celebrate victory. And not only that, they kick you away from south of Lebanon. You cannot even go there again for the rest of your life. Allahu Akbar. Celebration for victory. You stupid idiot. Remember, guys, I told you, you will see soon they will celebrate victory. Abdul, what I can say? You know? When I was a kid, I asked a teacher, he said, tomorrow we are celebrating the October War. October is always the war for them, by the way, notice. You see, Hamas did October 7 because the holiday was October 7. Otherwise, they want to do it October 6. The wars of the Muslims always they attack because when the Jews have holiday, they attack. So I said, sir, what we are celebrating tomorrow? He said, victory. I said, what victory? What do you mean victory? We celebrate the war when, according to them, they lost Jerusalem, but Jerusalem is not their town anyway. But we can say they lost it because they have their hand on it, right? So they celebrate when they lost Jerusalem. They celebrate when they lost the Golan Heights. They celebrate when they lost Sinai. They celebrate in every single war they got lost. And then they celebrate. Abdul. A Muslim, he debate with a Christian prince, he go to his channel, he celebrate victory. Right? Yeah. So in the Quran, Muhammad, the Arab, they call him an ear because he is a fool. Any story you say to him, he adopts the story and he claims this is coming from his God. Like the flying carpet of Sulaiman, speaking to the ants. All those are stories from the Legion of the Jews. you know, the flying carpet of Suleiman reached the size of all the way from Jerusalem all the way to the end of Iraq, to Persia. The army of Suleiman is 2,500 mile long, and they are lined up like there's no even centimeter between a man and a man. Like, imagine how massive the army of Suleiman. Suleiman, he used to have a flying horse. He got angry, he slaughtered it. Alexander the Great story, you know, the guy with the two horn, Gog and Magog, and the dam he built. All those stories is Muhammad the ear. He steal it, he take it, he teach it, and he adopt it, and he make it. He claim that it's coming from his God. Which book you study most, Bible or the Quran? Well, I have to say, because of what I do is here to refute the Quran, so I can say I spend way more time to refute the Quran, right? But doesn't mean I did not study the Bible, or I study the Quran more than the Bible. No. The difference between the Bible and the Quran, it's very deep. It's in touch with your life. It's not just a story happened long time ago. Especially when you read the New Testament, you can live every story happen with Jesus yourself. So the Bible is truly is a book of spirituality, for it speak to your spirit, speak even to your reality, not only spirit, like it's not a fantasy. So you can find an answer for everything you have in your life. When you are desperate, when you are sad, when you are happy, when you need somebody to cheer you up, the Quran is just a stupid book, fairy tales, stories. Nothing have to do with you. Nothing even have to do with the God they claim to worship. Muhammad wanna have sex. What is that? What have to do with me? Any believing woman, she offer herself to the Prophet to F her. What that will help me? Oh, the Prophet is so horny dog. But when you read the Bible, I prefer not to say studying the Bible. I prefer to say living the Bible, because this is the book of life. And to enjoy it, you better live in it, not just to read and study it. Because you can study anything, like, you know, I study how this house is built. I study how they made a bridge. Studying is something different from, you know, knowing the things. Because the best thing to know is to live the thing. If I tell you about Japan, but you've never been in Japan, whatever I say to you is not going to be a real experience, which means still you know nothing about Japan. All what you know is just what you heard from somebody. It might be true, it might be false. But in the case of the Bible, you hear it and you live it, then you know it. And because this is God's words, it's a living word. It's not a dead word written in ink. As an example, if I want to understand the story of Jesus and the blind man, or Jesus and the woman who is brought by the Jews to stone her, or the story of Peter, telling Jesus, something make him upset, I can find all those things in my life. I can find me placed in every story of those. Just to change the person, you will find yourself there. So this is the difference. The Bible is not just a book to study, it's a book to live and to enjoy and to receive wisdom and guidance. The Quran is just a silly, stupid stories, have nothing to do with you, guide you in nothing. In fact, it's just a fabrication. A person trying his best to convince me that this is God's words, but to the second you read it, you find how silly, stupid it is. But if I go right now and I take any speech made by the Messiah, or even the disciple who they are, their wisdom is not, and we cannot compare to what Messiah is saying, we find that even the wisdom of the disciple of Jesus is obviously wisdom given to them by God, because it's amazing. So we cannot compare, and we can call both study. We cannot. The Quran is just a silly, stupid book, but I have to read it in order to answer. Like, learn about your enemy before you fight him. If you fight your enemy and you are ignorant about his weapon, you're a fool. So instead of winning the war, you might lose, because he will use your ignorance against you. So when I say I study Islam very well, because I want to know how and what I am fighting, what kind of bacteria it is. If you are sick and you do not know what the problem, how you know what the medicine? In the case of Christ, Christ himself is the medicine. I challenge anyone. If you go right now and open any page in the Bible and you tell me, I advise you this, by the way, from time to time, me myself, I don't do it all the time, but from time to time, I just open the gospel in random page. I don't even know what page I am going to open. And I assure you, you can try it and tell me if I am not telling the truth. You will find something connected to you in that day, in your life in that day, not that year. You will find especially in the New Testament, you will find in that page you will open, no matter what page you open, as if God, our Lord and Savior, he is speaking to us. So we cannot compare between a fairy tale fiction stories. A guy, he himself, he could not even do any miracle. He claimed that Jesus have a lot of miracles, which is true, but his God gave him the power, which is false. But yet he himself, his God, did not give him any. And here you notice right away how the story of Muhammad collapsed. So I can say now Jesus have miracles because I gave him the power. Talk is cheap. But then I get sick, I cannot heal myself, right? Then I get tired, then I die, and then I forget, I do wrong, I do sin. So I cannot say, the one who want to compete with the Christ, he have to have the quality of God, not the quality of man. Jesus did not come with the quality of man, even though he come in the flesh of a man, but he have the quality of God. And this is why I say to Muslims, we did not worship Jesus because he did miracles. The miracle is just additional proof of his identity. But Jesus himself, he proved that he is from above, as he said, and we are from below, because he never commits sin. This is the biggest test to anybody. The one who claimed to be God and the one who claimed to be human or good human. The test of sin. And Jesus passed every test. The test of wisdom, the test of love, the test of forgiveness, the test of knowledge, the test of ability. Jesus never failed. And that is a clear reason for us to believe in him, that he is our Lord and our Savior. Your God, in other side, Muslims, fail in everything. In fact, I challenge the Muslims to show me one thing their God he did not fail. Your God, he failed to keep the 10 Commandments. But yet you claim that your God is the same God of Moses. Your God, he encouraged fornication. Your God is a fiction God. Like, supposedly I'm leaving long ago, but as long as we mention this. As an example, the story of Harut and Marut. Funny, stupid, silly, no point of it, except that this God, he opened a Harry Potter school to teach magic, and the two angels, they came down in the Babylon Tower. They opened school of Harry Potter to teach men how to divorce, to make magic, and that magic will cause men and wife go into divorce. How in the world this can be from God? Silly, stupid, Muhammad, again, the ear. He took a story, legends, and obviously the names, they are connected to the Armenian history, Harut and Marut. Those are Armenian. So Muhammad, he heard a story, a legend, that two angels came from the sky. They opened a school of magic, and they taught people how to teach magic, how to do magic, and they can cause divorce. So if you are a divorce, oh, it was Harut and Marut. Sorry. And good to tell you, I am not a lawyer, but I am a qualified. I study law. If you want a lawyer, I can defend you. Okay? If you are going to divorce, your enemy is not your wife. It is the Harut and Marut which sent by Allah. So you have a fight with your wife? It's the black magic, brother. Harut and Marut. And by the way, even though we are in 2024, you will find a lot of idiots, even some they claim to be Christians. They believe this is true, that somebody can make you divorce your wife because he did black magic for you. I told you before, I was in Romania. They told me there's a woman, you know, women, they pay her money, like a girl, she want to get married. She like a guy. So she go to this woman, and this woman, she do some like writing in a paper, and she give it to her, put it under his pillow or in his drink, in his tea, and then he will love you. She make a lot of money. She have a nice villa, you know, this woman. So one day, I saw this woman. So I told them to translate. She don't speak English. I told them I want her to make me love her. They translate. And I will pay her. You know, isn't it her? She make a man love a woman? Okay. She is an old woman. All right. I mean, black magic will make you blind anyway. Who cares about how old she is? So I told them, tell her, I want her to make me in love with her, and I will give her like whatever she asks money for, $100, $200, make it happen, $500. And then she said, no, I cannot do that. I said, why? Don't worry, I will not marry you, but I will be in love, you know? And obviously she's a scam, right? But if you believe in a stupidity, you're stupid, and somebody will take advantage of you. Okay, if you can make any women love a man, you know, like even I heard that she said to one of the women, you pee in his drink. She said a few words to her, like a magic will be activated now. And this woman, she went to the bathroom. He's a guest. Let us say you have a guest, a guy, come into your house to maybe to meet your dad, and you go and you make coffee or tea. And then this woman, she go to the bathroom and she pee in his drink, because if you do so, he will marry her. It's like a hyena. You know the hyena? They pee at their they mark you when they want to eat you. They mark you. So yeah, there's a lot of people in Romania, they believe in such a stupid garbage. And I notice that many countries, like, you know, even now people celebrate Halloween, stupid pagan practice. This all is just a pagan and always full of superstition and stupidity. So this is why Christianity is very important, to fight all kinds of social diseases. Those are social diseases, and those people who they are taking advantage of your ignorance are the same as bacteria. All right, this is why the Bible speaks very bad about them and warn us about them. And I will never go to Romania, and I will never drink a drink in any house, especially if there's any female in the house. Oh boy. Why does tea taste like this? What's wrong with the tea? Should I add more sugar? The smell. Don't worry, honey. Just drink it. Just drink it. Don't think about it. I'm not sure. So imagine we are in the time where, you know, and there is somebody want to pee in your drink, so you will love her, because a stupid so-called witch, scammer, she took your money, she taught you false information, and now you believe, and you are desperate, so you believe anything, you know. Yeah, I have to watch now if I go anywhere in the world now. Those women, they are crazy, man. You never know. No drink, Never drink from the hand of a woman, especially if you felt like she like you. Oh boy, you know. Yeah, love casting spell, right? Exactly. Yeah, but I expose her, and then even those people who they were somehow believing in her, they were shocked when she refused because she never said no. Just give her money. But the second I told her, because obviously she knew that she's a scammer, I told her I will pay her anything she want. $100, $200, $300, name your price. Make me love you. Yeah. So when I say stupidity is amazing, I mean it. Once I don't know which, I forgot where. I went inside a store and the guy, he have like, he sell voodoo stuff, voodoo. And I told him I have a problem, you know. And when I talk, I make it sound like very serious, So he said, yeah, I'm listening. I said, it's about my mother-in-law. I said, don't tell me more. I know. I know what's happening to you. She's bothering you a lot. It's true. I said, yes. And, he started telling me things and I say, yes. And I was like, acting like, wow, how you know? And even people in the store, they were looking. They are witnessing a story, a life story, how the voodoo guy was able to know what happened to me with my mother-in-law. And then at the end, I said, about everything you said is true, but I'm not even married. And I don't have a mother-in-law. People, they start dying from laughing. I mean, what a stupid idiot, But this is how they hunt. They hunt on the fool. Then everybody was in the store, was going to buy something, they left. And I said, wow, it's true. And then he said, she bother you and she come to visit you in a special occasion, like a birthday. I never celebrate my birthday. I said, yeah, this is what she did my birthday. I never, ever all my life celebrate a birthday, Like she come in the time when you don't want her to be there. It's true. She'd come in my birthday. How you know that? And he shake his head, Potato. Abdul. It's just one more Abdul to go. All right? Yeah. And there's a lot of people, they buy those voodoo, they believe in those voodoos, and they practice them. People, they are going, we have satellite, we have etc. And still people believe in a stupid voodoo. Trust me, you will find a lot of people who they are educated. They have degrees. They have degrees from very high, supposedly, universities. But they have still a brain of a mosquito. All right? Yeah. So, just deal with it. Anyway, I better go. And you stay here. Because I'm going to keep you in the voodoo. Shoo, 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 moo, 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 Muhammad Dudu, Didi Dudu. Oh, da, 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 da. Okay, now all of you are under my control. You will not be able to leave the chat. Do you remember the story of Muhammad when he told the guy to make a circle around himself when he met with those black genie? Anyone remember the story? Those black guys who rode him all night long? He told the guy to put a circle around him. Why? This is something they learned from the Sabi and the Yazidi. The Yazidi in north of Iraq, they believe, this is why they worship, they don't fear God, they fear Satan. Because Satan is the one can hurt them. That's why Satan is like God for them. And Satan usually is hiding in the cabbage. If you are Korean, you will not like this information. Close your ears. So Satan, he hide in the cabbage, and then when the cabbage open, Satan is out. When the cabbage is closed, Satan is in. But what you will do when Satan is out, he will hurt you. So what they do, they draw a circle around their body. And in their belief, in their fiction belief, that Satan, he cannot cross that line unless you open the, open the circle. This is why Muhammad, he told his companion, put a circle around you, and he made a circle for him. Let me see if I can find the reference. Do you remember, guys? Or you have a short memory? Supposedly I'm leaving an hour ago. I hate you people. Sorry. I don't mean it. I was just saying it for the sake of a black magic. All right. So, I don't know if, I don't think I can find this in English, but if somebody can find it, let me know. So if you see here, as an example, it says when Muhammad, he went with the guy, his name is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. This is the one who wrote the Quran. Quran ibn Mas'ud is one of those author of the Quran. And then they go into an area it's called Batha, close to Makkah, sorry. And then he asked him to sit down, and then he drew a line for him. And he told him, don't pass this line, because there's men who will come to you. Who are those men? Later the hadith explain they are genie. They are black genie.
So he made him sit down, then he drew a line on it, then said, do not leave your line, for men will come to you, so do not speak to them, for they will not speak to you.
See, the reason they will not speak to him, because they cannot see him. When he make the circle around himself, he become invisible from shaitan. This is one of Muhammad's stories. And then we find that those black men, they rode Muhammad all night, and they are supposedly shaitans. They were naked with big penises. I'm cutting off. Guys, my voice is cutting off. I don't know. Somebody's saying my voice is cutting off. All right. All right. Maybe you have a bad internet. My friend, I told you 1,000 times, don't use the internet of the neighbors. Don't be like Hezbollah and the Abdul. Stop using the neighbor internet. Come on. So anyway, I will put a line around you, all of you, before you leave. I have 1,554 people. Hold on. Let me draw a line. That's it. You are contained. Remember, if shaitan come to you, don't speak to him, because he cannot see you anyway. And even if your mother-in-law, she came, and if you are a man, your wife, she will not even be able to take your credit card. Just keep it inside the circle. However, warning, you can make the credit card inside the circle, but not alone. You have to be with it. And then you draw the circle. If the credit card alone in the circle, that is not effective. For the line have to be drawn around the living being. And credit card is a dead being. In fact, it's all the being which is dead there. That's why your wife, she want it. She wants you a dead being, Take the money. So I just give you an advice, will save your future and your past. Don't pass the test of knowledge. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you all. And I hope we learn something good every day. We come here. As you know, we try our best to share with you as much knowledge we can. Some they appreciate it, some they don't. But still we do our part. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. We are the crusade. And Muhammad got busted. See ya.